What is up, everybody? Happy afternoon. Hope your day's good. I mean, the market is having itself a roller coaster of a day. We were down. Now we are still down, but not as less as we were. We have theories, or when I say we have theories, I mean Joel has theories about why that happened. So you know what to do. Hit that like button. What's up, Easy Mike? What's up, Hydros? I want to know what you're buying, what you're selling, and we have 29 minutes left to wrap up the Monday. So let's do that right now. It's time for At the Close. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
All right, Joel. Let's bring up your charts here and let's have you walk us through this bottomy thing. I don't want to call it.
Don't you want to talk about the weather? It's absolutely horrible outside.
Joel, what?
12 hours ago, I was in Florida playing golf, and now I'm taking my dog out in 4 or 5 inches of snow. Why don't we talk about the weather? Is what I want to talk about.
I might have to sleep here tonight. True story.
How much snow are we supposed to get?
They said 1 to 3 inches. It's been snowing.
Oh, now you have me worried. Yeah.
It's snowing since 6 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I won't talk about the weather or my downgrade of the entire country of Canada this morning. But we'll talk about the S&P 500 futures. We all have our different theories, right? And yeah, I should stay in Fort Lauderdale, born to be free. But I just say my personal opinion, it's all going to war with Russia. If we don't go to war with Russia, the market's okay. Then 42.1275 is going to hold. It's all about the headlines. It's all about news coming out of the Pentagon. It's all about cyber attacks. That's all. Whether it's true or not, and I'm not saying any of this is true, but coincidentally, the low of the day, which was a lot lower than the low that I had on my sheet, was made right around 12:35, and that was 12:30. That's when the Pentagon said, "Oh, we may have some cyber attacks today." So that's the headlines. Now the rebound, I don't think we're going to war with Russia, and I think we're going to have a reopening trade. So, and I'm not worried about the Fed. So there you go. Now we're 140 points off the low, getting back into in order to get to the bottom of yesterday's range, which could very happen. That was Friday. 43.81 and a quarter. That's my target. That's only 15 handles away. Crude down $1.49, 83.65. I think all things considered, I think crude's been holding up excellent. I guess if there's a war with Russia, then we have to worry about oil, but I don't think that's happening. Gold's up 720 at 1839. Silver's down 42 cents at 23.90. Bitcoin, that's coming back too. That's down to 1820 at 36.36. And Ethereum, that's still getting hit. That's down 11.86%, $324.50 at 24.1150. So there's a look at your futures, Spencer. I'll let you take it away.
Well, the story of the day really is this wicked bounce, and I'm definitely not here to call the bottom. And if I do, I'm joking or I'm saying it in jest. But the dip today did get bought.
It did.
The NASDAQ, frankly, we're down 1/3%. We were down 5% earlier. We're down 1/3% now. So it's been a wicked rally for the last 3 or so hours. This does not mean that the selling is over. Although it is nice to see this for a change. Joel, there were a couple of days last week. I don't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday that really were really, I mean, like if you would have been here, you would have been all over it because it was bad into the close. So it's nice to see the opposite happen for once, where we start down and end higher as opposed to starting higher and ending down. I don't know what this means going forward. Do you just sell this rip like every rip has been sold in the last couple months? Maybe. I'd probably be much more inclined here for whatever reason. I want to pick on a retail right? Because we had a retail headline this morning from Kohl's. Now there's takeover interest there, but look, forget Kohl's for a minute. Looking around retail, why is the Gap is up almost 7% today? Best Buy is up almost 5%. Dollar Tree's up 4%. Really?
All right, so those stocks you just gave me, what are the PEs on all those stocks? What's the PE on Gap?
It's low, but it's low for a reason. It's the Gap. It's got a forward PE of just under 8. I mean, yes, I get it.
Okay.
It's a
I mean,
but like it's the Gap. Prices are low for PEs are low for a reason sometimes. You know what I mean? I feel like I would Aaron Sachs, Macy's too. Thank you, Macy's. 17% today. Why? Because one of their friends is getting maybe taken over.
yes. Look, come on. Also, you got to look at it this way too. Is like in Dennis, what he mentioned, like Pepsi today, and Pepsi was up, right, and the Qs were down. I don't know if it held its gains. See if it gave some of it back. But yet, when they're moving money around, oh no, that had a big reversal off the open. They're moving money around. They got to move money around, right? And they're, are they bullish these stocks forever? No. Is there a little speculative fever out there with the Kohl's getting taken over? Yeah. Now this just leads us to like a whole other rounds of rumors and BS of retail stocks getting taken over.
I know, and
so
that's
they got to move the money.
And that's my point. Like, do you really want to hide in Nordstrom? No offense to Nordstrom, but it's up 12% today. I mean, I'd rather not. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That chart looks pretty good to me, but at least if you want to ride this puppy up to 24 and change. But and people look. They take the blinkers off, and I think it was really good. I'm glad I was away from the market for the week because I didn't have my quotes. I didn't log in accounts. Had Twitter. Did check TradeStation on my phone a few times, but just to see the narrative out there and what was going on, and a couple, COVID, this, that, the world, whatever, another lockdown, New York, this, that, and the other thing. Now no one's talking about it. Interest rates. Oh, everyone's worried about the Fed, this, and no, now no one's talking about it. There's always that extraneous thing that comes out. And I'm looking last week, and I'm thinking, wow, man, things are heating up with Russia. That can't be good for the market. I look, boom, down 500, down 500, down 500. But you know what? It's the market, and there's going to be ups and downs, and you just have to look at these opportunities if you're a long-term investor and see if there's things that are on your shopping list. Finally, today, 42.1275, man, that was 60 points below. I didn't, between any number I had. So it's just a washout, turn around 160 points off the low. Maybe we even get unchanged today. What was the close? 43.90. That's only 17 points away as we speak, heading into the close.
So we're 32 points away from going green on the Nasdaq. We are. I should add that we're green on the Russell, which if you want to say it's oversold, I guess I'm down with that a little bit. But that Russell chart looks bad for a reason. It looked terrible. I can't come in. You can't come in and buy this. I feel like, come on. The IWM, you can't. How can you come in and buy
you
this?
You can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything.
You can do anything if you have an out, if you have a stop. I mean, there's anything you can do, right? I mean, home builders are up. Wow, look at that. Lennar up 389, 99.20. But whatever, we could get into some individual issues here, or we can just rant and rave about what a crazy market this is.
Well, I mean, just as much as retail is higher, I wanted to take a look at some of these growth tech stocks. I mean, Tesla is continuing trend down. Moderna continuing to trend down. AMD has, I don't want to say quietly because AMD is such a widely followed stock, but I hadn't realized how low AMD got to 107 today. This thing's down $50 in the last 2 months. I don't know. I just wanted to note that there was still a lot of pain happening in tech today, even though we've bounced the last couple hours. All these stocks are still going to close red, right? Netflix will still close red. Tesla will still close red for the day. AMD will close red.
Those wow, man, the markets are moving fast here. My machine
Yeah,
is crawling
we
there.
just kind of
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, no, I got the Tesla here. I didn't have anything near 850, but if you're in this for a trade, you pick it up for a scalp. I mean, why can't it go back and fill the gap? I mean, that would be another thing to look at, folks, for if you're doing this on shorter term trades or whatever. Why not take a look at Friday's low, 940.50? I mean, as a gap fill. I don't know when you'll see the close. Wow, my machine's slow. If you'll see the
Oh,
close from today, but that wouldn't be unreasonable for this thing to go back up to 950 or even to go back up on 1,000 on a rebound.
yeah. I mean, the Nasdaq, like the index itself, just went green there for a second. The futures are still red, by a smidgen, but the index itself just turned. Wow, what a ridiculous rally there! Holy cow! Okay, what else was on my list here? Just for awareness, it is that time of year where we are into the heart of the earnings season. Kind of a
Yeah, yeah.
light schedule tonight. Let me bring up my calendar here. Light schedule tonight. But for tomorrow here, just so you all know, tonight we have IBM, which is I guess is interesting. We have Steel Dynamics, we have Brown Forman, Logitech. Logitech, actually, I want to hear what they say because that's a company that has a lot of um, built-in excuses should they need it, i.e., supply chain. But anyway, tomorrow morning,
Have we had
Verizon,
any of the big tech? What are the big tech
oh,
boys?
Netflix. Well, we had them, and that's all we got.
Okay. Yeah, we still got a lot of time. We
Oh,
still got.
I mean,
We still.
earnings
Yeah.
season just started. So basically, the next 3 weeks is going to be nonstop earnings. Um, Again, tomorrow is Verizon, GE, J&J, Microsoft, 3M, uh, Lockheed Martin. Oh,
Mm.
defense stocks, Joel. We're going to war, maybe defense stocks? Question mark? Question mark? Question
Oh,
mark?
not according to you and Mitch. We're not going to war. No, we're not. Let's look at Mr. Softy here. Traded down 219.
Yes,
That's
thank
what I want
you.
to look at.
Yeah.
Let's look at Mr. Soft. Well, look at that. There you go. Did we fill the gap in this one? We sure did. If you were using that as a target, look at that. Friday's low 95.61. We got to 96.04 and backing off. I gave some monthly levels this morning on pre-market plus, but you would have gotten taken some heat if you would have stuck your nose out at 281. But I guess it just depends on how much heat that you want to take on trades. But it's always good to look at the monthlies. Maybe not buy it at 280 on the way down because you get your head chopped off. But look at that trade if you just did use it, and that's a psychology of trading too. You buy at 280 when it's going down, it's going to like 276, 277. You're like, am I the stupidest person that ever lived? If this gets back to 280, I'm selling. Boom, you sell at 280 and it goes back to 296. So it's a really hard thing to do, as like when you see a support level and not buy there, wait for it to come down to that support level and back above it. But it's a lot safer way to trade than unless you're willing to take 10 or 15 points heat on something. It's a different story. But Mr. Softy, that's been in decline since December 22nd. When it made that all-time high, that whole Activision deal, I don't fully understand. But man, maybe set your sights on a 2-day high at like 301, 302 if you're looking for another target on the upside, Mr. Softy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching tech too, guys. I'm watching the Qs. I just pulled up ARKK because yeah, ARKK is actually green on a closing basis.
What's going on with Kathy? Could you guys give me a Kathy update? I haven't. Let me see. I don't even know.
She's been very quiet. A lot of people have been dancing on her grave. I think that's I
Oh,
think that's a little bit um um I don't know. It's a little bit easy, frankly.
I don't like
But
that. I
I
don't
bet
like
you
that.
even when Kathy's funds were up, whatever they were up 100%, a year or so ago. Even then, if you had asked her, I bet you she would have told you that you should not go all in on growth because that that leads to a bad time. So People have been enjoying the unwinding of the ARC trade. I am still.
Spencer, you've just been elected president of the Kathy Wood fan club.
I mean, I've been long this entire time. I've owned a very small piece of ARKW. It's 5% of my portfolio. But so but I understand that like growth comes in and out of favor all the time, right? So anyway, ARKK, their flagship fund is now up almost 1 2/3% today. It is now up 1 2/3.
That's a good day. That's a good
Great, it's
day.
great. Is this a continuation of the same theme we've been seeing for months now, which is just the market will chop you to death? Because granted, we are decidedly lower on all these charts. We've broken through, whatever trend lines people had drawn on their charts, but it's the same story, right? It's chop, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. It's just
this is a little bit. This is a little bit more than a little bit more than chop. A little
thanks,
bit
Jay.
more.
Jay, yeah, Jay, yes, that's how math works, Jay. The ARC fund made up more, and now it makes up less. But, no, I mean, I don't. I think people that are dancing on anyone's
Look at
grave.
that! Just filled the gap from Friday. We just nicked Friday's low at 81.50. Now going for green, going for the gold here. 43.90. That was your close from yesterday. A lot of people would like to see that. Pre-market high, I don't even want to say that's safe at 44.27.
Holy cow! You know what a stock I was just thinking of last week? I was wondering about them. I don't think we brought them up at all, but I was wondering a few days ago about Carvana because I hadn't looked at it for a hot minute here. Is there news today on Carvana? I'm looking right now. No, there isn't. Anyway, I was just thinking about this stuff like on Wednesday. I was like, I wonder what they're doing because they can't be doing good. Stock's gotten
What's the sill?
CVNA. It's up 17%, $23 today. I have no idea why.
I can't believe. I think I lost a bet
Sure.
on Dennis with this one, like 350 versus 300. This is the sells cars, right?
Yeah.
How are the airlines doing? I mean, is that that's almost flat. That's coming back.
Actually, you want to have some fun, Joel, today. Look at the casinos. Look at Wynn. Wynn is selling or supposedly shopping their online sports betting business
Why would they do that? That's such a great business.
for a fraction of the valuation that they were gonna that they were gonna SPAC with, because they tried to SPAC it and that didn't work. So now they're trying to sell it at for a fraction of the. I think it's like what 500 million is what they're shopping it for, and the SPAC valued it at what, like 4 times that, 5 times that.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, they bought the dip. I don't know. I've never been bullish these casinos or these online gaming stocks. I can't believe DKNG got under $20. Holy mackerel! Is that going back to 10?
Joel, can I tell you? Last night I played blackjack on the DraftKings sportsbook app for like 25 minutes, and I turned $20 into $1.
I knew it. Yeah,
No, let me finish. I turned $20 into $1
and you rallied.
into $90 into $70
Well, that's good.
in 5 minutes. Literally in 5 minutes.
Oh God,
This is dangerous. This is really dangerous.
yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, Voodoo sort of win this morning.
What about MGM?
Wait. Mitch Olsen says that Penn is offering. That's not good. Okay, Mitch, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Penn is offering direct deposits now. Oh no, I don't want to know about those things. What else was on my list to discuss here?
We're about to go green. We are green.
Look at that.
Green machine. Look at that. Down $1.50. We just take 91.75. That close was 90. We still have 10 minutes to go. Not much up here except for that pre-market high at 44.27.50.
Yeah.
What a day.
Wow. We are. So now we are green in every index, not just on we're green on a close to close basis, actually. Huh. Look at that. And Bitcoin too, we should mention, is up about 30, almost at 37,000. Ethereum almost 2,500. It's been a broad-based rally basically since in everything for the last 3+ hours, but in crypto really for the most of the day, frankly, most of the morning, the late morning and into the afternoon here. So wow, what a rally. And Omer in the YouTube chat, yes, Benzinga.com is experimenting with a it's not quite a paywall, but you have to subscribe. Not subscribe. You'll have to like sign up, create an account to see more articles. We're experimenting with new things all the time. I can have somebody from our operations team come on to talk about that, but it's a brand new thing we're testing today. So more to come on that, Omer. 351 here. Oh boy. If you have any questions for us, drop them in the chat. Oh, Joel, you know what you missed last week? Because you were gone. So what happened was I had no good influences in my ear. So I decided to have some fun, and I threw a trade on DWAC, and I messed it up horribly. I'm out now, but I'm glad you weren't here for that because that was bad.
You bought puts, right?
No, I bought the stock on.
You bought
I bought DWAC. I didn't buy puts. I bought the stock, and then I sold it for a loss. But 2
well.
days
That's
later,
what made you buy it.
I don't even want to talk about it. Nothing's the short answer is it had a big old green day, and I was like, hey, this can go to 100. Why not? And then
Yeah, in the 4400 handle 440275 03 and a quarter prints 03 and a half 0375 is the high. Can we see the pre-market high of 4427.50? Who would have thunk it?
I want a rally. Green across every sector now is green, with the exception of it's funny. The defensive staples and utilities are a smidgen in the red, so they're lagging behind. And healthcare, which always lags, is down. But they're all going to go green here in the next 7 minutes here. What a turn of events! The dip has been bought and bought and bought. Joel, I don't know about you, but it's never this easy, right? It's never this easy.
No.
I am loath to call the bottom and say that's a wrap, folks, because it's not that easy. So I don't know. Your point about the market bottoming or going down on that Russia hacking headline, I thought it was more related to the fact that we were putting troops on standby, but
Well, that was early. I mean, we heard this last night. I mean, we heard the spoos were up, and then they had the warning about. I wish I could have just my own news feed and just say when I see the news and where the spoos at, and then what they do. The news came out that they're telling people to leave the embassy. That's not a buy signal, right? I mean, and it's going to be like this until something is resolved. And then this morning when they say that Russia is talking to Cuba. Oh, okay, that's another buy signal. I mean, it's just a lot of noise out there, and you just have to, try and ignore it, even though with this kind of volatility, it's hard to ignore.
yeah, this is pretty wild stuff here. And I
Let's
know,
do some tickers, though. We
all right,
didn't
yeah,
get much tickers this morning because
no,
you
we
let
didn't.
Tim talk for
Okay,
25 minutes.
all
We
right,
can never do that again. I
okay,
mean, that
okay.
was way too long. Way too long.
Robin wants to know about J&J earnings tomorrow morning.
Oh, earnings before tomorrow morning.
And it's a healthcare
Oh,
stock, which means it's bad. Here, let's do this. Let me look at the expected move, and Joel will look at the chart. Um, da, 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 Where's my expected move calculator that I have?
I mean, it didn't get. I mean, I looked at the monthlies. This one we talked about this morning, and frankly, the one it didn't get as low as I would have liked it. You had all those monthly lows. It was at 57, 56, and 56. They got to 58.26. So, I just, am I buying it now? No, but if I could get any kind of intermediate pullback, between 160, what today's move was, what, 8 point, if I could get this thing back 161, 162 and lean on the low of the move, perhaps, but buying it here, going into earnings, hoping for just a big pop off earnings, that's throwing, that's like buying DWAC after one good candle. I mean, you can't. I know. I can't tell you what the earnings is going to be. I can't tell you how the street's going to react to it. I'd say if you want to own it, you could probably get a better entry than 163 and a half, 164, and just eyeballing in this area. If you want to lean on today's low of 158, maybe see if you can pick it up at 161, 162. But
Uh,
once again, let's be triple D,
yeah.
what's the PE on it? It's still
I can
probably
also
came in
tell
quite
you.
a bit.
I can tell you what the implied move for the weekly, the
Okay.
week is 3%. I mean, it's J&J. It's stodgy. It's a Dow component, right? So 3%. So we're talking what? $4, right?
Yeah.
In either direction here. Bitcoin's above 37 now. This is pretty wild. This is a pretty wild rally. This is literally the exact opposite of last week. Joel, it's so glad to have you back because last week it was straight down every day.
But those are I love those kind of markets. So why you
Okay.
got up back today? I just embrace the volatility, man, and be able to trade both sides of the market. Use good risk reward ratios, and don't listen too much to what we have to say. Have your own plan. Have your own plan. Have an idea, and then bounce it off Dennis and I. And then if we don't like what we have to say, then you can ask Spencer.
Don't
But
ask me.
as far as me never leaving again, I don't know.
Joel, if anything, you should leave more often because then when you come back,
Back, you could buy the dip. All right, let's
exactly.
get some more stocks in for people
Okay,
before we.
okay, all right. Let's look at Valet, VALE. This was one stock that had it had a great run. It had a great run. Was it last week or the week before? No, it was last week. It had a great run. It topped out on Thursday there, but it was one of the few stocks that had a good week last week.
Isn't this the Brazilian power
Yes.
company or something?
It's
Okay,
not. It's not a power company. It's a mining company.
okay,
Uh,
same thing.
uh,
Man, oh man, you know what? Man, oh man, my computer's not used to all this action here. First of all, there's probably a lot better stocks to own. Second of all, it's like an ADR, whatever. So you're not trading the primary market. Uh, Big pullback here. It broke out of this 14 and a quarter area. So maybe come back down to that area. That's where I want to buy that as support. Nice bounce today. Didn't even quite get back half of the move, right? $15 was, I guess, if you don't think it's getting back down to that 14 and a quarter area, you pick it up at 15 and then maybe lean on that 14 as a stop area. But not a bad day today. I just overall look at the monthly performance. I don't know, probably better places to put your money long term.
a couple more here. We got 10 seconds. I'll do one more. Let's do oh man, let's find one. Let's find one. CCJ. That look
I don't know.
that's
Is
that's
that a
I mean is that a REIT? Is CCJ a REIT? No, what is CCJ? I know.
Chemical Corp? Chemical Corp?
Yeah, it's uranium. Sorry, uranium.
Gosh, tough chart. I didn't have 19. This is what I would lean on. If we were going on the monthlies, you would have got a good buy off. 1857 was your September low. Just made a low at 1853. So if you're sticking your nose out here, maybe buy a little bit more here, pulls back 19 and a quarter, nibble a little bit more, but you just got to lean on that 1850. On the way back up, man, it's had a big tumble from, let's just call it a 10-point move. I mean, if the rebound really got going in this one, maybe you could see 22 and a half, 23. That would get you back in this area. That's what I'm looking at in CCJ.
All right. Well, we ended up closing green in across the board on the indexes and in every sector, with the exception of the three I said: utilities, staples, and healthcare. But what a rally, Joel! Great to have you back. We missed you. And that'll be a wrap for our show right now. Money Mitch is going live. He's doing an interview with the head of the senior options strategist at Ally Financial.
Okay.
He's talking options in a few minutes. So, Joel, I'll catch you tomorrow, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow. Please remember, all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. Hit that like button for me, please. I'd appreciate that. Hey, hit the like button for a green day. We closed green. What a wicked day that is. All right, that's a wrap. Money Mitch live right now. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.